Our bodies are addicted to sugar. Our bodies think that it has to have sugar. Even our minds are programmed to think that we need sugar because for every occasion and for every feeling, there's a sweet for that. If you're depressed, there's a sweet for that. After a wedding, there's a sweet for that. I mean, birthdays, New Year's, Thanksgiving, Christmas, there's always the sugar. Everywhere you go, there's just sugar, 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 sugar. It's in everything. They put it literally in all things. Because why? It affects your brain. I feel like if I say this backwards, it might almost be understandable, but it was me talking to me about myself, but I feel like what was said will help other people. You know, whenever your kid does something good, whenever we were little, our parents would reward us with sweets, suckers, any type of candy. Your birthday, you would get cake and ice cream, and anytime you're celebrating something, you would get these sweet things. So as we grow older, once we do things that we believe are good, we will internally crave sweet things. We have been taught that sweet things are acceptable, but in reality it's not. And I think even like everybody knew what they were doing when they did this, basically. It was like a mind F. Because of you going to eat sweets, like I've been blessed not to be 600 pounds. By eating the sugar is like crack. It really is. It's worse than alcohol. It is worse than crack cocaine itself. Sugar is a drug. Our bodies then become addicted to it. And then our body starts functioning in all these weird ways. Just as if you were drunk or high, your body starts acting differently and your mind starts acting differently. That's the same results that you get on sugar. It is so awful. So then when you're trying to accomplish something in your life as an adult, it will literally have you in a state of mind where you cannot accomplish things that you want to as fast as you want to. It then becomes an addiction and your body starts to crave it more. I've noticed that because I go without sugar and then I'll have those relapses where it's like an attack because maybe something like I'm hurt or whatever. I don't know. It'll come up. Like we use sugar to like heal things, but it's actually hurting us. For instance, if your boyfriend breaks up with you and you go and you're like, oh, I'm just going to eat this whole tub of ice cream. Even if it's vegan, it doesn't matter what it is. That is actually something going on in your brain. It's actually an issue of why we're doing these things. And I'm just realizing this for myself, but I do feel like other people probably do struggle with this. So really think about the people that are super overweight, that have an eating disorder, all that sugar in there, that food causes, your body to do some crazy things. But you also have to think sugar makes you high, real high, and then it gives you an exhausting low. So it'll make you lethargic. It is literally a drug, okay? So not only will you keep on craving it, you're going to have these high highs, and then you're going to have these low lows where then, people in the morning will drink caffeine, coffee, and then have sugar and more sugar in it to then wake them up, but then also feed the craving of the sugar from days before. Like, this is crazy. They knew what they was doing to us. Growing up, what was every kid's favorite drink? But who made it taste the best? We're just gonna say that right there. KoolAid, okay? KoolAid, that 2 cups of sugar plus a little extra, and it tastes like liquid diabetes if you made it the good way. They knew what they was doing to us. So even as kids, we are just ingesting sugar like it's going out of style. Like, it just gave me the vision of Dave Chappelle with all. That's what we look like with our sugar addiction. Oh my God, that was funny. That's hilarious. And I'm going to be super honest with you guys. I had a relapse because I feel like I'm being tested. I know that I'm being tested because it's just so funny. Like, the devil works in mysterious ways, but cookies literally keep on being put in front of my face, and I'm like, I will eat them. I will dip them in my coconut milk. I won't even care what the ingredients is. I'll put the nastiness into my body and I will eat it, okay? So I asked for the year 2022 to stop doing that, you know. So I've been working really hard at, you know, not doing it. And it happened one time, and I'm like, okay, look, already in 2022, I did it, and I was like, nah. So then I got irritated with myself, and I'm like, Paris, we can't be, it was like a real conversation, though, because it was more like, Paris, we can't be doing this fucking shit no more. I'm tired of it. So I stopped eating food from other places completely, and I've only been eating food that I make, and it is all vegan. I haven't had no cheese, no dairy products, no nothing. And I've stuck to a routine. I downloaded these apps on my phone to help me remember to drink more water, and an I am affirmation that pops up all through the day to keep my mind focused on my highest version of self. I also started meditating and working out every morning. And I listen to I am affirmations, and in the car, whenever I go anywhere, the music that I listen to is all, you know, high vibrational. I stop listening to like basically all mainstream music. If I don't want to listen to music, I'll either sit in silence. I do not mind sitting in silence. I will sit here in silence with no TV on for 3 hours, and usually the only reason I have the TV on like now, but it is paused, is because it is 2 hours of relaxing rain sounds for stress relief. And I have my tea going, my incense that I keep 24/7. You know, I always stay protected with my jewels, my crystals. I got it all going, okay? And my life already has flipped. I then schedule myself in the morning, and then for the rest of the day, it's like, okay, Paris, you can do whatever. Like, as long as you get these things done in the morning, you have accomplished something great. And whenever I got done with the first day, I was like, cool. Second day, I was like, oh, I did 2 days in a row. 3 days, 4 days. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I've stuck to a routine, and it's literally made me happier on the inside, and more, it's made me feel confident, because I feel like after 2 days of stretching, doing yoga, working out, I look good already, okay? That's me in the mirror like, ooh, good look. So it keeps me motivated to do it the next day and the next day. And then whenever you're so many days in, you're like, wow, I have a whole morning routine, and I'm looking good, and I'm healthy. So it's just been really nice. I will also make myself a smoothie for lunch, just so it is raw as possible, and then I will spend time meal prepping my dinners so that I don't have no excuses. I can just either go home and cook something that I made, or eat something that is left over, or I can make another smoothie. Those are the options. And then I have like some snacks, maybe nuts or pretzels. So yeah, that has been really helping me, actually. I'm not going to lie. A schedule, a routine, a mantra, a morning mantra, just as the whole routine. That's crazy. Oh, that's right. Stop eating sugar. I know I be all over the place whenever I make videos. It kind of makes me laugh whenever I go back and I'm thinking, dang, is this the definition of ADHD that they talk about? So I can only imagine what my kids' minds are like whenever they jump from one thing to another. And it's crazy because I get a lot of things done, but I'll start something and then start something else, and then go back and finish something, and then start something else again, and then go back, and then I don't know why my mind works like that. That's another question I'll probably ask the universe. No, I don't need help from anybody else letting me know that. I'll just, because some people like to be rude whenever they try to throw you out, I'll just let the universe handle me. They can discipline me. The universe isn't so harsh. People, they are harsh. speaking of being harsh, I just want everybody to realize real quick that they had to poison us real deep. Like, they poison our food, they poison our sky, they poison the clothes that we wear, because half of this stuff is not organic at all. We're wearing plastic on our skin that's very irritational, if that's a word. They have to poison our minds in school. They have to poison our spirituality with religion. They had to poison everything to keep us asleep. Like, they was working overtime. And now none of that stuff is working, so they're literally in this state of panic mode. That's where you see what's going on right now, as let's try to keep these people as quiet as possible because we no longer have control, which we've been free the whole time. It was just that we were mentally enslaved instead of physically enslaved this, go around. And the only other way that they can try to do that is if you're willingly letting them put anything into your body, which, we're not even going to get into that. But yeah, so we gotta do better with what we're putting into our bodies. Like, don't trust them. Do not.